my name is Dr. Laura Schenck, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit today about some of the main ways you can practice kind of tolerating distress or tolerating really difficult emotions. So one of those ways is to practice this attitude of what some therapies will call radical acceptance. So instead of getting really angry about a situation and sort of fighting against it and pushing back, the idea is just to really wholeheartedly embrace the situation and remembering that acceptance of something does not necessarily mean that you approve of what's happening, but rather that you just are allowing things to simply be as they are and just completely accepting whatever comes up in the moment. This is where you are in that moment, so this is what's happening. What now? When you accept what's happening in the present, it's a lot easier than just sort of fighting back against it and creating your own sort of unnecessary suffering. One other way is to really try different strategies to distract yourself from self-destructive behaviors. Sometimes all it can take is just giving yourself a few moments to pause before you just react in an instinctive, almost impulsive way to something. So giving yourself a chance to take a step back and think about, okay, how do I want to really respond to this situation rather than just reacting or just acting like completely on autopilot. Another way to practice tolerating distress is focusing on relaxation and self-soothing kind of skills. So that could mean helping yourself get physically relaxed, taking a hot bath or shower, getting outside, feeling the sun on your face, something that helps you feel soothed, relaxed, more centered. And then when difficult emotions do come up, it's a little bit easier to kind of roll with the punches and deal with them a little bit better. One other strategy is using kind of visualization exercise, and some people might think of this like a safe place visualization. So just really taking the time to imagine just in your mind's eye, okay, what is that kind of safe place where I can just close my eyes and sort of go for a moment if I'm feeling overwhelmed. Really pay attention to the sights, the sounds, the smells, really just tuning in to your body and whatever comes up and just closing your eyes and going to that place in a time when you might feel overwhelmed and just need to give yourself a moment to pause. And really another thing you can do is just getting back in touch with your values, the things that are most important to you. And values are not necessarily good, bad, it's just what's important to you. For someone it might be, hey, I really value family, I really value relationship, I really value my religion or spirituality, whatever it might be, or maybe your work. Just paying attention to, hey, how much am I really living my life in a way that's in accordance with those values, where my behaviors are aligned with those values. To what extent are my behaviors not aligned with those values? What do I need to do to change to kind of get those things more synced up? And really just practicing general mindfulness of living in the present moment. Bring yourself and your thoughts, awareness, focus back to the present moment, whatever's happening around you, rather than letting your mind kind of wander off to what's already happened in the past that's already done and over with, or thinking about what's coming up in the future, letting anxiety build, things you don't have control over. It's really all we really have control over is what's happening in the present moment. And using some kind of coping thoughts can be really helpful too. So it can help to kind of practice this in advance, maybe even writing some things down on a note card, some kind of affirmations, things that you're able to tell yourself, to remind yourself when you're feeling overwhelmed. Hey, how have I gotten through difficult times in the past? I'm strong and capable. How did I do that before? Remembering how you did things in the past can help you remember that you can get through difficult moments in the present as well. And then finally, also thinking about ways to create new coping strategies. Coping skills aren't necessarily something healthy. Someone could cope in a way that's destructive or in a way that's healthy and adaptive. So finding some new ways like journaling, going for a run, again, back to the taking a hot bath or shower, something to distract your senses and really bring you back to the present moment, create new ways of coping with distress. I hope this was